Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate, and if it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as that may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get a romance angel and a angel answers cards for overall energy for the reading to see what may be going on. Then we're going to get our animal oracle cards to see what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, possible future energies coming in for you. All right, so let's get a romance angel for Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn in love? We have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I don't feel like it has to mean that you've already met that person. I feel like if you're single, I feel like that person could be coming in for you. All right, so let's get an angel answers card for Capricorn. Love reading. Trust. All right. So we have trust, and this could be the one. So I feel like if there's somebody that you already met and you're having those strong feelings about that person, that you have to trust that if you have this positive feeling about this person, that to see the situation through, to see the relationship, to let it to be in that positive energy of building this relationship and trusting that person, and not trying to take things from past relationships and say, well, this person, in the past, these people did this and that, and it always turns out that they lie and that I get hurt and they leave or they cheat or they that. Just make sure that you're not bringing that energy into this relationship, because if you're bringing that energy in, then you're going to manifest that you're going to put that kind of in the universe with this negative energy. And I feel like if you're in this relationship or you start a new relationship and you have these positive feelings about this person and you have these strong feelings, that you keep your thoughts and your concerns as, I'm going to trust this person. I'm going to trust that this could be the one for me. I'm going to trust that this person is not going to lie, that they're not going to hurt me, that they're not going to leave, that they're not going to cheat. Putting that relationship in a positive mindset. All right, so what is Capricorn possibly struggling with? We have now is a lucky time, but I also feel like, that's that positive energy. You're struggling with, trusting, and this could be the one, and feeling lucky and feeling like finally this is the person, or finally I'm at that point where I'm ready to start a relationship. So I feel like you may be struggling with that. All right, what does Capricorn need to look at in this situation? We have believing in yourself. Believing that you are worthy of an amazing relationship, believing that you deserve the best relationship possible, believing that you are lovable, believing that you deserve this, and believing that this is your time, believing and trusting in yourself that you can make the decisions that are right for you, that you will pick a partner that is the best for you. All right, future energies for Capricorn. Future energies for Capricorn. All right, I'm going to pick these two. We have Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life, and we have set healthy boundaries. Why can I not talk this morning? Armadillo Spirit, setting healthy boundaries. I feel like maybe it's not rushing into anything too soon. I feel like it's setting the healthy boundaries for yourself so that you're not putting too many expectations on that person or the relationship, that you're just saying, okay, let's see where it goes. Maybe before you were like, okay, this is the person, I'm going to get married, or we're going to be together forever. I mean, yes, that's nice to think about, but sometimes we have too many expectations, and when that person doesn't meet those, then we start to go to the negative. And that you want to take things slow, that you want to move this relationship forward, but you want to do it at a pace that you feel comfortable, that you don't feel that your boundaries are being crossed. And making sure that you communicate that with this person, right? Because sometimes maybe that person feels differently and they want to rush things or they want to push things, but you're like, no, I need to look out for myself and I need to set those healthy boundaries so that I don't get hurt. And also maybe setting those boundaries as to that within yourself, that you're not going to go to the negative, that you're going to focus on the positive, that you're going to put positive energy into this relationship. Bottom of the deck, we have Owl Spirit. We have You See Clearly Now. I feel like it's because you're seeing clearly that energy that you are putting into the relationship, those thoughts and those manifesting energies that you're putting into the relationship. You're seeing that clearly, that, okay, I'm not going to bring in the negative. I'm not going to bring in the past relationships. I'm not going to bring that negative energy in. That I'm going to trust, that I'm going to believe in myself, that I'm going to believe, yes, I deserve an amazing relationship, and then if I need to set boundaries, that I will, but it's to protect myself, but also to protect this relationship, so that if I know my habits and I know my thinking that I'm going to go to the negative, that I don't do that. And if I do, that I open up and I have that conversation with that person if I'm having some doubts or some concerns, and that you communicate in the relationship from the beginning. All right, so what do we have for Capricorn possibly struggling with? Relationships. Struggling with relationships, struggling with the Ace of Cups. If you've been hurt in the past, it's hard to trust in the future. Struggling with taking things slow, being positive, struggling with always feeling like you're on the outside, feeling like you're alone, feeling like even if you're in a relationship that you feel alone, struggling with, do I deserve this, right? I've never had this in the past. Why would I have this now? I just feel like it's being really careful about your thought process. Because I feel like you're struggling with, like, I'm always going to be alone. I'm not going to find that person. Is that the energy that you're putting out there? I feel like it's checking that, right? Ace of Cups, struggling with relationships, struggling with emotions, struggling with feelings, struggling with keeping things positive, okay? Taking things slow. All right, what does Capricorn need to look at? I feel like it's your strength, right? He definitely has a lot of muscles there, but I feel like that represents strength and that represents power, believing in yourself, hanging in there. I feel like maybe in some relationships you get to a certain point and then you just want to give up. But if you can fight through that, you know, if you feel that it's a relationship worth fighting for, that you fight through it and you realize, okay, that relationships have their ups and downs, and that if I get to a certain point, that I need to learn to hang in there. All right? Looking at a new way of doing things, a new way of approaching things. And that's what I was saying over here with that setting that healthy boundaries. Doing things differently this time around, right? Thinking positively. Looking at this as a successful relationship. Obviously, if there's a lot of problems going on, that, you know, there's toxic energy, there's a lot of heavy stuff going on, then this isn't the relationship, you know, that this is relating to. It's relating to a relationship that you feel that there's a lot of positive things, that this could be the person, that this could be the relationship, right? Because this is different from the others, and I'm approaching it different, and I'm looking at it differently, right? That this is sharing, communicating, right? That's what I was saying, is setting those healthy boundaries and making sure that you communicate those, that you express those, and you explain why you feel that way, right? That I feel the more that you can communicate to other people about your decisions or how you're feeling, that helps them to understand why you are reacting or doing things in a certain way, rather than them just kind of standing back and seeing you do things, seeing you back away, seeing you shut down, and then they feel, okay, what did I do? What did I say? Right? But if they're understanding why you're doing that, then it makes more sense, and it doesn't create friction within the relationship. Eight of Swords. I feel like Eight of Swords can be that you're holding yourself back, but Eight of Swords can also be that you're ready to make changes, that you are finally ready to set these healthy boundaries, to trust in a relationship, to work on a relationship, to open up in a relationship, right? To see the possibilities that if you change some of your habits, that changes the way someone reacts to you. And that changing and having that communication makes a big difference. Sometimes we feel like, well, if I just keep to myself, then, I won't get hurt. And if I put these walls up around me, I can't get hurt. But really, you are hurting yourself. In some situations, no, you're not. But I feel like if it's a relationship that you feel that this could be the one, then you are hurting yourself in this relationship because you're not opening up. And seeing clearly now, I feel like that goes back with the Seven of Cups, as you're seeing all of these beautiful possibilities that are coming in for you. Ten of Pentacles, you're seeing the Ten of Pentacles, that family unit, that happiness, that togetherness, that grounding, that firm base, right? That strong base. You're building that strong foundation with this person to have a future with this person. All right, so let's grab some more cards. What else do we have for Capricorn? What else do we have here for Capricorn? Finding the balance between how you're feeling, what are those things that you need. Also finding that balance as to giving to the other person, making sure that that feels more equal rather than one-sided. If you feel that it's starting to go one-sided, that you have that communication and you express that to that person, right? That you feel that there's balance within this relationship. And I feel that there is balance in the relationship because you are communicating, because you're looking at your own actions, because you're staying strong, you're hanging in there, you're changing your actions, and you're communicating. I feel like this brings a lot of growth, not only for yourself, but within this relationship. And this, the Empress also represents birth and marriage and new beginnings and new starts and seeing things differently and prosperity and abundance and feeling like you are growing that, love relationship with this person, that you're letting your walls down, that you're changing things, right? That you feel that this is finally the time for you to make these changes, that you are open to seeing what it is that you are putting out, what are you're receiving, the choices that you're making, right? The areas where you feel that are a little weaker within yourself that you need to work on, and the areas that you feel strong and you believe in yourself and you highlight those. I feel like communication is a big one. Look at this. I love this. The Ten of Cups. Believing in yourself that you deserve the Ten of Cups, that you deserve this, whatever this Ten of Cups represents for you, that you're looking at the past and you're saying, okay, I see where in the past I wasn't doing these things, or I was doing too much of this thing, and you're learning from the past and you're saying, okay, these are my weak spots and this is where I need to make those changes. Focusing on the positive. I feel like this is a big change for you. I feel like this is a positive, good change for you in relationships, not only with other people, but I also feel like it affects the relationship that you have with yourself. Sometimes we get so angry with ourselves that we're really not looking out for ourselves. We're not making the best choices for ourselves. But it's like if we make bad decisions for ourselves and we surround ourselves by negative energy or drama or negative people, or we stay in that energy, then we're not looking out for ourselves. So how do we expect ourselves to react if we're not giving ourselves the best chances with the choices that we're making? You are in control of this. Chariot, which is also Cancer sign, you're driving the chariot. You're driving this. You're in control of the choices that you're making and the perceptions that you have and the energies that you put out and your own strength and your own power and the relationships that you surround yourself with. I feel like with these changes that not only are you going to change your partnership, feelings, but I also feel like it also has to do with friendships and family members, that maybe there's some other areas of your life that those adjustments need to be made and that you're finally in control and you're like, yes, I see clearly now, and I want to surround myself with positive relationships that work for me, that I don't feel I have to work against, that I don't feel that people are coming after me. But I have to learn to stand up for myself and make those choices for me, that I have no one else to blame except for myself, because I'm the one who made those choices. We have Temperance, which is Sagittarius, and I feel like it's that freedom, because I love this card. I feel like it's that freedom of feeling like, yes, I finally figured this out, or I'm finally heading in that direction, that I finally feel like I'm in control of relationships that I have around me, that I'm letting go of all of those, those worries and those thoughts about other people's perceptions, and what are they going to say, and what are they going to do, and am I trying hard enough that I'm feeling like my hands are tied behind my back and I can't make choices, and I'm feeling stuck. But I'm realizing that it's up to me to untie those hands, to make those better choices, right? To do those things that are better for me, and make those choices and have those relationships that are better for me. All right, so let's close out with a Whispers of Healing. Whispers of Healing, final message for Capricorn. We have seek seclusion. Sometimes we need that time to ourselves to realize this, to look at these things that we're doing, to see the choices that we've made, to see what we're surrounding ourselves with. And that's okay. It could be just a few hours. It could be a few days. It could just be having that time out, that, hey, you know what? This light bulb has gone off, and now I really need to think about this. Now I really need to process it. Is it getting, a journal, and start journaling and writing things down and kind of releasing these things and letting things go, right? Because you're seeing clearly now. I also felt this one. This one was kind of popping out, and it's growth. And I love that one because I feel like that goes back to Empress. And that's growth within yourself. And that's where it all has to start. In order for your relationships to get better, you have to have the relationship with yourself at a good point, right? Because if you aren't feeling angry with yourself, if you're feeling upset with yourself, if you're not making the best choices for yourself, then you're not going to surround yourself with people that I feel like we surround ourselves with people that we feel that reflect how we're feeling about ourselves. So, that's just my personal thought. And that's maybe something to look at, something that you have to reflect on, something that you have to see. But you have to, again, love yourself and want to make the best choices for yourself before you can give that to someone else or receive that from someone else. You have to do it for yourself first. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.